Naruto is often criticized for contradicting his theme of hard work can beat natural talent because people believe that Naruto was blessed with special abilities and that he didn't work hard. A lot of these ideas come from misinterpretations and missing key details. In this video, I will debunk most of this claim by showing just how hard Naruto works throughout the story. The first criticism towards Naruto is that he was born with the 9 tails. This gives him a larger amount of chakra than your average ninja. While this is true, Kakashi specifically states that the QB makes chakra more difficult to control for him. This means that if Naruto did not have the QB, his chakra control would be much better. Based on the analysis of Team 7's chakra control, Sakura is perfect, Sasuke is a little flawed, and Naruto is horrible, wasting a lot of stamina in the process. Sasuke isn't perfect at building up chakra, so he ends up creating an extra 10% that is wasted. When it comes to activating a jutsu, his control is perfect, like Sakura, using exactly 30%. Naruto on the other hand wastes 20% when building up his chakra compared to Sasuke's 10 and can only use 10% when activating a jutsu, 20% less than Sasuke. Yet despite this, in the tree climbing exercise, Naruto was able to become almost as good as Sasuke in controlling chakra below his feet, and around a similar pace too. This is one testament to how hard he works. Based on this, we can assume that if Naruto wasn't a Jinchuriki, he would have learned to climb the tree either as fast as or even faster than Sasuke. Although he would lose his chakra reserves without a tailed beast, the only reason he needs to use so much chakra is because said tailed beast makes him bad at controlling it. Additionally, the 9 tails negatively impacted him socially. He was an outcast and treated badly for most of his childhood because of it. Furthermore, Jinchuriki transformations are negative, especially in part 2. During the time skip, Naruto almost kills Jiraiya with its power. In the Kazekage mission, Naruto's transformation causes him pain and Kakashi is forced to cut it off. On the Tenchi Bridge, this transformation makes him go out of control, damage his allies, force them to take cover, and physically harms him once again. Yamato is forced to seal it again. Against Pain, he goes out of control and is only able to win after calming down. He also got lucky that no one was hurt because they moved out of Konoha. While all of these situations provide him with power, they also come with equally negative consequences. Next is his transformation jutsu and Shadow Clone jutsu. With this interrupted chakra control, Naruto was able to perfectly transform into an attractive woman by himself. No one taught him this jutsu and he mastered it alone. Although he couldn't transform into anything else in the first chapter, by the end of the Zabuza arc, he's able to transform into a Fuma Shuriken, and in the Chunin exams, he can turn into his teammates and even Akamaru. For Shadow Clones again, with his bad chakra control, Naruto is able to master one of the hardest jutsus to learn through hard work. While some may look at him being able to master a forbidden jutsu in one day as talent, it can easily be viewed as an exaggeration of the hard work theme, executed in the fact that he trained so hard that he mastered it in a day and could summon 1,000. This kind of exaggeration of effort can be seen when an unconscious Lee is able to stand up ready to fight at the end of his match with Gaara, yet no one considers that talent. Next is his summoning jutsu and chakra control. Jiraiya points out that Naruto struggles to control chakra precisely, and this is shown when he can only summon a tadpole. While it gets legs and arms after some weeks, Jiraiya gets him to use the 9 tails chakra and summon Gamabunta. While the 9 tails chakra is not something he worked for, it is also what prevents him from summoning the toad correctly. After this training, Naruto makes the 9 tails chakra his own, rather than Kurama simply taking control. He willingly controls it against Neji and Gaara. In his fight against Gaara, he uses the QB's chakra to summon Gamabunta, but he still isn't perfect, as he summoned Gamakichi before that. Using Gamabunta's chakra, he shows his mastery of transformation jutsu by turning into Kurama. Next is Sengan. He trained for this with a little help from Jiraiya. Jiraiya gave him some advice like how to spin the chakra and where to focus, but Naruto put in a lot of work. Like we'll see later, Naruto uses creativity to get around his hurdles. In the first step, he takes inspiration from a cat and taps the balloon multiple times to make it explode. For the final step, Naruto once again uses creativity to solve the problem, this time by using a clone to form the Rasengan. He doesn't even master the jutsu until the next arc. Next is Rasen Shuriken. Naruto uses his creativity twice when training for this move. The first example is from Kakashi, who reminds him that the experience gained from a dispelled shadow clone transfers to the original. By using multiple clones, Naruto gains experience at a much faster rate. He trains how to use wind chakra to split a leaf. He also gets advice from Asuma on how to use wind chakra, which greatly helps him. Like when training for the original Rasengan, he trains so hard that he passes out. The same thing happens to him when he tries to split the waterfall. When trying to mix nature and shape transformation, Naruto constantly fails. It is only until Kakashi gives him the tip about looking left and right simultaneously does he decide to use 2 shadow clones. Next is Sage Mode. He trains for this the same way he does for Rasen Shuriken. Using his clones increases his experience exponentially. Like with all of his other training, he still struggles. First, he starts to master nature energy with the toad oil. Fugaku says that he learned faster than Jiraiya, but like all other instances, this can be attributed to the exaggerated reward of his effort. When he tries without the toad oil, he starts off by failing. When he tries to balance on the spikes, he initially falls off and needs to be saved. He's able to balance and finally perfect Sage Mode. Next is QB Chakra Mode. He doesn't gain this form through physical effort, but mental and emotional ones. His first step is to defeat Dark Naruto. He initially tries to fight him, but eventually decides to accept him as a part of himself, which works. The second step is to go inside Kurama and pull out his chakra. After some fighting, with B's assistance, he is able to start pulling, but Kurama's hatred temporarily stops him. With the help of Kushina's chakra, he is able to successfully pull it out, giving him a new chakra mode. Kurama was a blessing and a curse, but through Naruto's mental and emotional strength, he was able to minimize the curse's aspects. His Kurama Chakra Mode and Sage of Six Path Mode, I will not defend. Kurama Mode was achieved simply by befriending the tailed beast and learning his name. While it is cool to gain a power from character development, not only did it not require much effort, but the advantages he gains severely outweigh the amount of effort put in. As for the Sage of Six Paths Mode, he is simply handed the power by Hagoromo due to his character. At least both of these power-ups were earned due to his character and not just because he was inherently special. But that doesn't mean that he worked hard enough for them, especially considering the reward. Next is the Prophecy. In chapter 376, Jiraiya is told that the Toad had a prophetic dream where one of his students would bring revolution to the ninja world. This could be destruction or peace. Jiraiya is told that the kind of revolution that will occur is in his hands. Jiraiya had 3 students that he suspected could be the child: Minato, Nagato, and Naruto. People would try to use this as a justification to say that Naruto was always destined to save the world. In Naruto, Kishimoto puts an emphasis on how small actions can result in a big impact. The first example is with Sasuke. When Team 7 reunites, Naruto and Sasuke are about to clash, and he monologues about this while their roles are visually reversed. Then, when their thoughts are being displayed to one another, Naruto states that one bad move could have made him like Sasuke. The second example is with Obito. During the tug of war, Obito sees himself in Naruto's place, standing with Konoha. Then he envisions a future where he returned to Konoha instead, and this future even leads to him becoming Hokage. In both of these examples, a small decision would have resulted in a big impact. This is a Buddhist message that I went over in another analysis. Tying back to the prophecy, this small decision, resulting in a big impact, is Naruto forcing Jiraiya to train him. After Ibisu, who is supposed to be training Naruto, is knocked out, Naruto demands that Jiraiya, who knocked out his teacher, train him, being somewhat aware how powerful he is. After catching his attention with Sexy Jutsu, Naruto is able to get Jiraiya to train him. By making this conscious decision, Naruto accidentally made himself a candidate for the Child of Prophecy. If he hadn't taken the initiative, he wouldn't have been a candidate. Though it is later revealed that Jiraiya was supposed to be Naruto's godfather, and that Minato gave him the key to the tetragram seal. None of this means that Jiraiya was expected to make Naruto his student. It was ultimately Naruto's choice that made him a candidate for the Child of Prophecy. Furthermore, all 3 had the opportunity to bring about great change, and until the 2 failed and Naruto succeeded, the actual Child of Prophecy was unknown. It was only once Naruto decided to forgive Nagato that he became the definitive Child of Prophecy. Naruto's own actions made him a candidate for the prophecy and solidified his position as the child. This ties back to small actions and how one's destiny is in their own hands. If Naruto hadn't asked Jiraiya to train him, he wouldn't have become a candidate. If he didn't train hard enough, he could have lost the pain and allowed Nagato to bring about great change. If it wasn't for his empathy and persuasion, he could have failed to bring peace. The prophecy took effort on his part to fulfill. He wasn't just destined for greatness. Next is his Uzumaki heritage. What Naruto gains from this is a large amount of chakra. This is a genetic advantage, but genetic abilities have been long established as a normal thing in Naruto. All clans have unique jutsu and some have Kekkei Genkai. Naruto doesn't even have a clan jutsu. The chain attack against Kurama was activated by Kushina's chakra and it was her own jutsu. While not all characters have clan abilities or traits, Naruto having one simply puts him on the same level as ninja with clan traits and jutsu. On the topic of genetics, many will argue that him being the son of Minato gave him advantages, but there are none to be seen. If he was there to train his son, this argument might have weight, but neither Minato's genes or social connections benefited Naruto. As I said before, Naruto got Jiraiya to train him from his own actions. Minato never told Jiraiya to do so. Last is him being a reincarnation. In 670, Ashura reincarnating into Naruto is revealed. In 671, Hagoromo says that Naruto has Ashura's chakra and presence. The chakra is also brought up by Kaguya, who was able to recognize Ashura's chakra in Naruto. This is often misinterpreted as Naruto gaining Ashura's amount of chakra, but it just means that he has the same chakra signature as Ashura, allowing people who can see chakra to draw a comparison between the two. In chapter 525, the Tsuchikage senses Gaara's chakra and says it feels like the 4th Kazekage's. This is because they are family. Naruto and Ashura have the same chakra because the latter is a reincarnation. This chakra may also have an effect on personality because Ashura and Indra's reincarnations have similarities to them. The last thing that Naruto got from Ashura was his everlasting clash with Indra's reincarnate, so from a power standpoint, Naruto gains nothing from being a reincarnation as opposed to popular belief. In conclusion, Neji was wrong. He said that only those who become Hokage are born with that fate, and that people are controlled by their destiny, but Naruto challenges this. The first way is how he inserts himself into the prophecy and chooses the ending that he desired. His fulfillment of the prophecy was due to his own actions, work, and character. The second is how he broke the chain of fated conflict between Ashura and Indra, which was fated to go on forever. And the third is how he went from loser to Hokage. Additionally, Neji proved himself wrong when he, a member of the inferior branch family, not only surpassed someone from the main family, but recreated the rotation, a secret technique that he wasn't taught. But back to Naruto, his hard work is never retconned. Being born as an ostracized orphan put him at a major disadvantage because he had no family or connections to help him train, putting him on a lower level than other kids. But with his hard work and perseverance, he was able to learn Transformation Jutsu, Multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu, Summoning, Sengan, Shuriken, and Sage Mode. This tailed beast gave him some power boost, but it also hindered his powers, physical safety, and social life. His Nine Tails mode was gained through his character and mental and emotional development. His last two modes were sadly given to him without physical effort, but that doesn't take away from anything that he accomplished beforehand. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and check out my manga for free online. If you enjoy my content, please consider donating to my Patreon. All important links will be in the description.